So let's move on to the next presentation, but I think there is a small change, a last minute change. Actually, the presentation was supposed to be given by the technical director of S.C New Energy, Yongqiang, but due to some last minute emergency, he's now represented by Yongqiang Zhang, who is a technical engineer, and he'll be basically talking on the same topic, a brief discussion on key mass production technologies of perovskite-silicon tandem solar cells.
Hello,
So,
Sheldon, can you hear me?
Yongqiang, yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
now I can share my screen. Uh, Hello,
Um,
everyone. Good afternoon in China, Beijing time. Before I start this presentation, I want to brief introduce my companies. My company's Chinese name is Jiejia Weichuan, and the English name is SC. Because our companies is belong equipment company, so today we focus on equipment. The title of this report is key technology for mass manufacturing for perovskite-silicon tandem solar cells. This report includes four parts. First, I could like to introduce some development of tandem solar cell, and the second, we want to introduce some cleaning technology. Next, we want to introduce some vacuum coating technology. Last, we want to show something about our perovskite pilot production line. And the first part is the development of tandem solar cells. And I guess all of you must be familiar with the Unreal certificate table. I think this Unreal table can answer us why we so many people and focus on tandem solar cell, because from this table we can clearly get compare the single junction solar cell, we can easily reach a higher efficiency by tandem solar cell. So this is the reason why so many people study tandem on the world now. And for this slide, I I could like to show you different type of tandem solar cell, and for example, is including the 4-terminal and the 3-terminal, 2-terminal tandem device. And when we mention talking tandem solar cell, and we should thinking the tandem include two parts. First is the silicon bottle cell, and another one is the perovskite top cell. And usually for silicon bottle cell, we can choose the TOPCon and the HJT. And here I already plotted the structure of TOPCon and the HJT. And then now I could like to show you some more fabrication technology in our companies. For example, when we receive the silicon bottle cell and whatever the HJT of TOPCon, we will continue fabricate the ITO as the middle layer by PVD, and continue use the PVD deposit the HTL knee oxide. And for SAM and the perovskite layer, we recommend use the inkjet printing. Then we can use the evaporation deposit the ETL and some more functional layer. And next, we will continue fabricate the buffer layer. For buffer layer, we can choose the IWO of tin oxide, and we can choose the RPD of ALD. Then we will continue PVD deposit the TCO. Here we choose the IZO. Finally, we can screen printing the silver past. Finally, you can see we can get the final tandem device. Okay, now I could highlight some key challenges in the mass production. First is how to make sure the substrate is clean during all the fabrication process. And the second, how to fabricate a high quality film. And the last, how to deal with edge effect and the deflection during the film formation. And so I was continue and my second part, the cleaning technology. You can see whatever TOPCon of HJT surfaces, we will find a lot of oxide and dust, even some particle. I 100% this kind of particle and dust will influence our tandem solar cell performance. So we must be remove most of them. Otherwise, we will get the very bad device. So, for TOPCon and HJT, we have different cleaning approach. For example, for TOPCon bottle cell, we recommend use the single side perovskite chemical control chain cleaning, and for HJT, we recommend use double side batch cleaning, and this cleaning process including the ultrasonic and the functional water and the pure water cleaning and the slow lifting and the fast drying module. And here I could like highlight the functional water, and the functional water also named the micro nano bubble water below 100 micrometer. And this is I will show you the how bubble water how functional water work and how to make same surface clean. And now we also do a lot of experiments to confirm the functional water can really make our substrate clean. And here you can see this figure, and the blue one is we use the standard cleaning without functional water, and the red one is we applied the functional water, and you can see it's clear gate, and as long as we apply the functional water, the number of particles will decrease. It's a very good confirmation to confirm the functional water can improve our cleaning technology. And the functional water not only make our substrate surface clean, but also can modify the outside surface. And after the sample substrate after the functional water treatment, we will find that the more OH group will appear on the sample surface. This OH group is good for the same layer coating, and it's good for same bond with the substrate. And the literature also report this finding. And next, I want to introduce our vacuum coating technology, because SC is the equipment company, so our company have a lot of equipment. In the first, we have the tube type equipment, and we also have plate type equipment, and we also have rotor type equipment. You can use this equipment fabricate the solar cell, include the perovskite, silicon include the TOPCon and HJT, and even tandem solar cell. And next, I could like to introduce you our PVD technology. Usually, we can use our PVD deposit the nickel oxide, aluminum oxide, and also can deposit the ITO and the SO, even some metal. As the next is some information about the evaporation. And usually we can use the evaporation deposit the ETL, carbon 16, and some of the functional layer. And for the substrate requirements is less than 80 degrees, and the film uniformity is less than 3%. And we can choose the low temperature linear evaporation source and the high temperature, and we can also choose the point source array evaporation. And here I could like introduce you the RPD ALD technology. Usually we can use these two kind of machine deposit the buffer layer, and for buffer layer we can choose the IW of tin oxide, and for ALD we have the special ALD and the temporal ALD. And the next is CVD technology. We can use the CVD deposit the anti-reflection layer, and we have the P tube type PCVD, and also have the hot wire CVD. And I guess now I will introduce you inkjet printing. And I guess most of you must be interested in inkjet printing, because we can use the inkjet printing that fabricate the 210mm half wafer tandem solar cell. And the performance of inkjet printing equipment, we can really control the droplet volume is from 1 to 10 per liters, and we can control the perovskite film thickness from the 300 to the 800 nanometers. Even some the same film thickness 2D and the same we can control. And for this inkjet printing, we can match a lot of solutions. For example, DMF, DMSO, and GBL, even some CB, and this inkjet printing can match almost all of perovskite precursor ink. And here I could like show you some of the film thickness uniformity by inkjet printing. You can see usually we can get the film thickness less than 5%. Some best case we can even reach the 3%. If here is example is one of our 210 millimeter half wafer substrate. You can see we test the one step perovskite film and the two step perovskite film, and if you check this number inside, you can see the result is uniform. Is confirm our inkjet printing can fabricate the uniform film. And we can also use our inkjet printing to control the inkjet effect. According to the result, we can control the less than 10 micrometers. So it means for our inkjet printing very precise. And then now I will show you some more information about our perovskite solar cell parallel line. As I mentioned, in our lab, we also fabricate the tandem solar cell. So in Changzhou, we also have HGT parallel line. Here is our perovskite parallel line information. We have over 20 set of key equipment, including the slow die and the inkjet printer and the evaporation and the laser PVD ALD and even the cleaning machine. And this I want to show you is this is the layout of our perovskite parallel line. And one thing I want to mention, we only control this middle zone as a clean zone in the class 1000 and control the humidity close to the 10. The advantage of this design is we can avoid the particle influence the tandem solar cell during the fabrication, and we don't need to control the outer level in this clean room condition. It saves money for maintenance clean room. And we also have test level, including the ellipsometer and the QE and the infrared spectrometers and the SEM, even some microscope and so on. And we also have some product about the perovskite, for example, the glass-based perovskite and the flexible perovskite and the tandem solar cell and the semi-transparent perovskite. And for outlook, the key issue in the industrialization of perovskite have been gradually addressed, and our target is the largest scale mass production will be realized around 2030. Thanks your time.
Okay, so thank you very much for your presentation. So, I have one or two questions. So, can you comment on the capital expenditure, because you are not part of the panel? So, can you indicate how much is the capital expenditure, the capex, for the perovskite line in comparison to TOPCon or heterojunction?
Oh, you want to know capacitance of the perovskite? You mean,
Yeah,
for
so
example?
yeah, no, for let's say for 5 megawatt, how much it would cost, how
Okay.
many
Uh,
RMB?
this pilot line is about the 0.1 megawatt. I'm
0.1
aware.
megawatt. Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. And you also said that you are also offering the large scale equipment. So is it ready?
Okay. You mean this one? because
Yeah,
currently
yeah. So no, what I want to ask you is, as part of your solutions, are you able to already support pilot manufacturing and semi-commercial operations? The scale.
okay, I get your point. And currently in our perovskite pilot line, we every day still do a lot of experiments about the 210 millimeter half wave solar cell. And now we still optimize the recipe. I guess in future, we hope in future our Tandem device can achieve the commercial level.
Okay. And then, can you, what I earlier asked was, how much is a perovskite line? Because you have 20 equipment, so how much it is more expensive compared to TOPCon at this level?
Okay, it's a good question. I should check some document, then I can.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. And
Mm,
please check. I think there are already a few questions in the chat window. Please
okay,
answer
I
them
can
in the
answer.
chat. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.